Today on Lucky Dog, this 8-week-old puppy was wandering the streets of Los Angeles until a good Samaritan dropped him off at the shelter.
Lester!
His boundless energy could make him the perfect match for an active man still mourning the loss of his first dog. But is the timing right for this potential puppy placement?
Still have a hard time accepting the fact that she's not here anymore.
I'm Eric Weesey, and this is my wife, Rashi. And we've dedicated our lives to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. Our mission is to make sure that these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved, and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Gino!
Today, Eric and Rashi are helping some friends teach their dog, Gino,
You want to call?
how to come when called.
Yes.
It's just a fun little game of back and forth, so he actually gets to know what he needs to do when he's called to you, okay?
But soon after Eric starts to work with the couple and Gino, Rashi gets a text.
Guys, sorry to interrupt.
What's up?
The shelter just contacted us regarding a 2-month-old puppy. The family found him wandering the streets. Can you imagine this little guy just wandering the streets of Los Angeles?
At 8 weeks?
So what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go pick him up. Hey guys, Rashi's gonna take over. I'm gonna go pick up a puppy at the shelter.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Waiting at the shelter, 8-week-old Lester is overjoyed to have a visitor.
Hey, Lester. Hey, cute little puppy.
Barely old enough to be away from his mother, this little puppy has had a rough start. But things are about to turn around for the youngster now that Eric has arrived.
Oh, thank you for the kisses. All right, you ready to get out of here? All right, let's go.
First stop, the veterinarian's office.
Hi, Eric. Good to
Hi,
see
Dr.
you.
Otis.
This
Good to
must
see
be
you too.
Lester.
This is Lester.
Today, Eric brought a puppy, Lester, for a physical exam. When it comes to puppies and we're performing a physical exam, we're looking for any potential abnormalities they could have been born with that could potentially have implications on their health long term. Ears look nice and clear, no signs of an ear infection.
Okay.
That's great. His eyes look nice and healthy. I don't see any abnormalities there. He has baby teeth. Look at that, little baby. They look like they're growing in nicely.
All right.
His coat looks nice and healthy. His joints feel nice and healthy. Let me listen to his heart.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
great. So he looks nice and healthy. I don't find any abnormalities today. Do you happen to know if he's had his vaccinations?
They gave him one round of vaccinations, so I think he's probably gonna be due soon for another one.
Yes, absolutely. Since Lester's a puppy, he did need to get a booster so that we can make sure his immune response is appropriate. So I'm going to need his right shoulder, if you don't mind turning him for me.
Let's turn him this way.
Okay, and hold on to his head for me.
Yep, got him.
Okay, sweetheart. We'll go ahead and oh,
Lester.
good boy,
Good job, Lester.
Good
Oh,
boy.
that is such a good job.
Okay, perfect.
Yay.
You're very brave. So based on his examination, he's a nice and healthy puppy.
Great.
I'd like to recommend an immune support supplement called Immuquin.
Okay.
It's important for puppies to develop their immune system in a healthy manner, and this type of supplement can support and maintain a healthy immune system. You'll follow the instructions on the back of the box, and we will be mixing it with his food daily.
Great.
Here you go.
There we go. So beyond that, he's good to train?
Absolutely, he's nice and healthy.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Evelyn.
It's my pleasure.
Ready,
Have a
Lester?
good day.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Talk to your veterinarian before providing any health supplements to your pet.
All right, Lester. We ready for this bath?
Everything is a new experience for this little puppy.
There we go. Spa day for Lester. How'd that feel?
Now that Lester is clean, it's time for another first. His first collar, complete with a bronze training medal.
Ready? Are you ready? You're a puppy. You're a puppy. Okay, I got it. Ready to get to work? Are you excited?
This will be Lester's home for the next several months. So Eric wants him to get comfortable.
Look at this big space.
That includes getting comfortable with the ranch's other residents as well.
Who's that?
First, another small, young dog.
Got a new friend?
Then another human, Rashi.
Hi, Lester.
Additional small young dogs are soon added. And in no time at all, Lester is enjoying puppy playtime. This energetic, ready-for-anything pup could be the perfect fit for active hiker and skateboarder Renee.
My name is Renee. I live in Encino, California, and I work for a licensing and merchandising company.
2 years ago, Renee lost his blue-nosed pit bull named Roxy.
Roxy was the best dog on the planet. I had her from 8 weeks old until she passed away. I remember the last walk we did, I had to carry her home. I didn't realize the bond that you really build with a dog until I spent 9 years with Roxy. It's taken me such a long time to even consider having another dog, but I think it's time, you know? I miss having that bond with a dog.
Renee is ready to open his home and his heart to a new pup. But Eric has a lot to teach Lester before the youngster will be ready to move in with anyone.
So today we're going to be assessing Lester's knowledge of the 6 classic cues, which are sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
Okay, let's see what you know. Probably not much because you're a puppy.
All I'm looking for is how quick he's able to respond.
Let's see if we can get that sit. Almost. Yes, good job. All right, let's try coming when called. Yes.
Right now, the coming when called, at least focusing on that treat, he's been really great.
Let's see how your impulse control is. Yup.
If something falls next to him, of course, a puppy's gonna go right after it if they know what it is.
All right, Lester, I think we know what we need to work on.
He's a spunky little puppy. He's got a lot of energy. I'm really excited to start working with him.
Coming up, Lester has some big shoes to fill.
Roxy was amazing, and I still remember the last breath she took when we had to say our goodbyes.
Found wandering the streets of Los Angeles without his mother, this 8-week-old puppy wound up in the shelter. But now Lester is safe at the ranch, receiving the care and nutrition that a growing puppy needs. Before he can start training Lester, Eric works to earn the dog's trust.
Come here.
And for this puppy, that translates into playtime.
Let's go this way.
While Eric works on building trust,
You're so fast.
Rashi researches potential adopters for Lester. After exchanging messages with a possible candidate named Renee, Rashi suspects that she may have found a match.
Get back, Lester. Come on, Lester.
Hey, Lester!
Oh, look who it is, Lester. Look who it is.
After greeting Lester, Rashi reveals her news.
I think I found a potential adopter for Lester.
What? Did you hear that, Lester?
He's a very sweet guy. He likes to be very outdoorsy. He goes camping, he goes on road trips, very active.
You're outdoorsy. You're active.
He actually had a dog previously, and he had to go through quite a grieving process, but he's finally ready for a new dog, and I think Lester could be perfect.
All right. Do you have a video call set up?
I do.
All right.
The next day, Eric and Rashi hop on a video call with Renee from Encino, California.
So Renee, tell us what you do for a living.
I work for a licensing company. We make everything from t-shirts to socks.
Have you ventured into dog clothing?
We haven't, and that actually sounds like an untapped market.
Can you tell us some information about your home, where you live?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's about 1,300 square feet. So it's pretty big, and I have a really large balcony. So it's a really great place. I'm really thankful to live in the community that I'm in now. It's very safe. It's quiet.
Do you have any dogs currently?
I did have a dog that meant the world to me. Her name was Roxy. She was a blue-nosed pit bull, and I was with her entire life. She became family.
His previous dog ended up dying of cancer, and I know that that was really difficult for him.
Being there and having to care for her, it gave me a reason to wake up in the morning.
I still have a hard time accepting the fact that she's not here anymore.
It was really difficult to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. How long ago was that?
It was almost 2 years ago now.
I think it's time, you know? It's time. I miss having that bond with a dog and having that kind of friendship, you know, with a companion.
I'm just hoping to bring a little bit more happiness into my life.
I hope we can help provide that.
Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Well, now that we know that you're ready, what do you plan on doing with your new dog?
Everything. Walks and hikes and going skateboarding, going to the dog park, and going on little road trips.
Renee, I literally just rescued a dog. I don't know much about him yet, but we're going to be monitoring his temperament, and I'll let you know and keep you posted as we see progression. How does that sound?
That sounds amazing.
All right, Renee, we're really excited to find this dog for you.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited as well.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye, Renee.
Bye. Take care.
Coming up, little Lester shows his age.
He is a puppy. It's like trying to get children to sit still. They may be able to do it for a few minutes, if that, and then they want to move around.
It's hard to imagine how 8-week-old Lester survived alone on the streets of Los Angeles. Thankfully, a kind stranger took him to the shelter, and Eric was able to rescue him. Now, Lester is settling into life at the ranch, and his future looks a lot brighter.
Oh, look at the little tail.
While Eric continues building trust with Lester, he also gives the pup his supplements. Soon, it's time to start working on the 6 classic cues: sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
After Lester's assessment, I'm following up with 2 of the 6 classic cues, which are sit and come.
And yes, that is one excited puppy. Yes.
Once he's reliably touching my fingertips when I offer that treat to him, I'm then going to remove that treat from my hand and then just use the hand signal, which is pointing 2 fingers down to the ground. And if he continues to touch those fingertips, I'm going to say yes and then reward him with a treat.
Oh, that's a good boy.
After Lester's assessment, I noticed that he wasn't necessarily comfortable sitting on a hard surface, so I brought out a bed so that I can get him to sit on the bed where he's more sure-footed.
Lester, sit. Oh, yes. I'll take that.
Once on the bed, he kind of defaulted into a down, so I started just to go right into down.
Can we go down? Yes. Okay, Lester.
Whenever we're asking a dog to sit or lie down, we give a verbal cue to release them from that sit or down to make sure that we're reinforcing it. Otherwise, if they get up on their own, we're not reinforcing that sit or down.
Okay, Lester.
Sit.
One of the hardest things for an active little puppy to master is the stay cue.
All we're doing for stay is trying to teach a dog to stay in one place and then listen for a release cue.
Okay, Lester. Good job, Lester. Good job. Let's try that again. Stay.
I'm just treating him as I come back, and we just do that over and over again, and he's starting to pick up on it. Now, he is a puppy. It's like trying to get children to sit still. They may be able to do it for a few minutes, if that, and then they want to move around.
Okay, Lester. Good job. That was great.
With training underway, Eric and Rashi take a break to do a virtual tour of Renee's home.
It's actually a really big space. Hardwood floors, that's good for a puppy. So if he has accidents, which they will.
Easy to clean up.
Easy to clean up.
Renee's home checks all the boxes Eric and Rashi are looking for.
This is the perfect environment.
So now you just have to train him.
Yes, I do. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Down.
In a few short weeks, Lester has mastered all 6 of the classic cues.
Sit. Down. Yes.
To celebrate this victory, Eric gives Lester a reward, his silver training medal.
All right. Look at this. Definitely earned that. We're the best. This is the best puppy in the world.
Coming up, Lester steps into a larger world.
Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Lester.
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Lester has spent an eventful few weeks at the ranch, growing strong and learning the 6 classic cues. Now, Eric can start preparing the playful pup for life with Renee. Renee enjoys taking road trips all across Southern California, so Eric works on acclimating Lester to car travel. Eric keeps an eye on Lester, but the little pup shows no signs of distress during the drive.
Good job, Lester.
Now that Lester is comfortable in the car, Eric takes him out to enjoy another one of Renee's favorite pastimes, hiking.
Oh, it's a good boy.
It quickly becomes evident that this will be one of Lester's favorite pastimes as well. During the virtual home tour, Eric noticed several steps leading up to Renee's apartment.
Let's go.
For a little puppy who's never encountered them, stairs can pose quite a challenge.
Come on. Come on.
Eric works with Lester until the little puppy's confidence grows step by step.
Good boy.
There's one last thing Eric hopes to prepare Lester for.
Renee mentioned to me in our video chat that he likes to skateboard.
So Eric wants to make sure Lester is comfortable with the sights and sounds that come with this activity.
What is this? So I start with Lester walking around the skateboard and I'm treating him. I just want to make sure that this starts off in a positive way. And then I start moving the skateboard back and forth. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a good boy. We need to recreate the sounds of a skateboard. And so I'm picking up the skateboard, kind of dropping it on the ground very lightly at first because I don't want to startle Lester.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Let's try to walk around with this thing.
What do you think?
Good boy, Lester. Good job. Yes. All right, big guy. I think we're ready to take this to the streets.
I just go to an area where I know that our skateboarders are coming by. I ask him to sit, and every time these skateboards go by, I start to treat him more and more and just pull his focus on me rather than the skateboards. Then I'm gonna continue to do this, and what I want from Lester is him to always defer to me in circumstances that arise that may be surprising to him.
This little puppy has learned a lot in a few short weeks, and for his efforts, he has earned a gold graduation medal.
Lester. There we go.
Lester is now ready for the next chapter in his life to begin.
All right, congratulations. Let's go.
Coming up,
Hey, Renee.
Lester gets his forever home.
Look who it is. Stop. Look who it is. He's so cute.
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Little Lester was just 8 weeks old when Eric rescued him from the shelter. In his time at the ranch, he's grown into a feisty, confident puppy. And now he's ready to take the next step of his adventure, transitioning to his new forever home.
It's time.
Time for him to go home.
It's time for me to go home.
Lester.
I wanted to say bye.
Already? You know, I always think about how a family found him wandering streets in Los Angeles. I can't even imagine how terrifying that must have been for him. So I'm really, really grateful that that family brought him to the shelter so we could rescue him and find him a great family.
We love you. Bye, Lester.
Today is a big day for Renee and Lester. They get to meet for the first time, and Lester gets to go home with his forever parent.
Not only do I think Lester is going to have a wonderful life, but I think Renee is really going to benefit from the companionship.
Little does Renee know his wait for that companionship is about to come to an end.
I'm walking over towards the area where Renee is sitting, and I got probably one of the best reactions when he saw him.
Look who it is. Stop. Look who it is. He's so cute. Dude. What's up, buddy?
I had no idea Eric was gonna be walking in with the pup. I thought we were just gonna do some guy talk, but it was amazing.
What's up, buddy? Oh, you're so cute.
He's adorable. He's such a good dog, too.
Oh, I love him. He's the perfect size, and he's also got that type of energy that I'm looking for in a pup to keep up with some of the activities that I like to do.
I'm gonna give you the leash.
Okay. Hey, buddy, come here. Sit.
Good boy. Good boy.
And then if you do this, he'll go down.
Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. The smartest puppy.
You see the gold medal?
Yeah.
That means he's yours. You can take him home.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, that's exciting, man.
Yeah.
All right, Lester. You be good? Yeah, good dog.
All right, Renee. He's all yours, man.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Take care of him, okay?
Okay, I will.
Bye, Lester.
Take care, man. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We got Lester at 8 weeks of age, so he was just this tiny little puppy, and to watch him grow with us was just an incredible thing.
It's taken a little bit of time to even consider having a new pup, but it's time, and I'm ready to make some new memories and have some new experiences. So I'm just really excited to finally get to this moment where I can actually pick the little guy up and start cuddling.
From hopeless to a home. That's our mission. One dog at a time.
Today on Lucky Dog, a tiny poodle mix with big dreams of adoption.
You're very sweet. You want to try to find a new home?
But to fit in with this creative-minded family, Pixie will need more than just luck and fairy dust. She'll need to discover a few talents of her own.
Yes. Good job.
I'm Eric Weesey, and this is my wife, Rashi. We've dedicated our lives to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. Our mission is to make sure that these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved, and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Come here. What is this?
Behavior consultant Eric Weesey has dedicated his life to rehabilitating dogs in need. But he has also trained a variety of animals for commercials, film, and television. Today, he's acclimating his own dog, Winston, to his motorcycle.
Hey, guys.
Although his wife and business partner, Rashi, isn't quite sure what to think.
All right, before you judge it, hold on. You gotta see this.
Oh, my gosh.
He is ready to go.
Once Rashi saw the goggles on Winston, I think she understood that this was something that was needed.
All right, let's go for a ride, big guy.
After harnessing Winston in and performing a final safety check, it was time to hit the streets for a joyride.
As soon as we got going, it was like he was meant to ride that motorcycle. People were taking pictures. He was a little celebrity.
Hey, we're back.
Did Winston enjoy your ride?
Yes, he did.
Well, while you guys were gone, I got a text from the shelter about a dog that really needs our help.
Okay.
A 2-year-old white female poodle mix. The shelter found foxtails in her left ear. They also said that she had fleas when she arrived, and they actually had to shave her fur because it was so matted. But she's very friendly, very affectionate, and very smart.
Okay, I'll go get her.
Okay. I'll take care of Winston.
Okay, thanks.
Pixie has a lot of swelling in her ear right now, and most dogs that have some sort of health issue are passed over. So I want to make sure that we get her out of the shelter as soon as possible.
Hey, Pixie. There you are. Mind if I come in?
2-year-old Pixie was found on a mountain trail alone and malnourished. But thanks to a passing hiker, she was rescued and now has a second chance at life.
You're very sweet. Yeah. What do you think? You want to try to find a new home? Can I get a leash on? All right. There we go. Okay, you ready? Let's get you a new home.
To make sure she's healthy, Eric takes Pixie to the veterinarian.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, Dr. Todd, how are you?
I'm doing good today. How about you yourself?
Good.
Today, Eric brought us Pixie. Got Pixie from the shelter, and Pixie had some matted hair. Tell me about her.
The shelter had to shave her down. She did have a lot of mats, so that's why she has much shorter fur. They also mentioned that she had foxtails in her left ear.
Okay.
So they had to actually get a lot of those foxtails out.
Okay.
And in doing so, I think the eardrum may have been damaged. They weren't quite sure, but I'm hoping that you can help with that a little bit.
How's her balance?
So far,
okay. Okay. Well, I would like to do an exam on her and see if she has good vitals.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna start with the front. I'm gonna start with your face and your eyes and just see how you look in the front. Hi, Pixie.
Oh, good job.
That's perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, eyes are working great. I wanna make sure they're clear and she can see and they're responsive to visual stimuli.
Okay.
So that passes good. I'm gonna take a look at her ears and be very gentle.
Yeah.
She might be sore.
Who's this one?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, she's a little sensitive around it.
What I see in her ear is like a little bit of redness. And I
Okay.
see some buildup of debris, and then there's some hair in there and stuff. So I'm gonna give you some ear drops for it.
Sure.
It's safe for a damaged eardrum.
Sure.
And you can use that on both ears.
Okay, great.
Check her teeth. You're being so good. Oh yeah, look at that. A little tartar and plaque, but nothing that can't be cleaned.
Good job.
Gonna feel her lymph nodes. Just want to make sure they're not too big. Yeah, it's nice, normal size. All right, I'm gonna listen to her heart and lungs. Let's start with the heart. That's good. She has a nice, slow heart rate for a little dog, so she's pretty calm, you know, in terms of her heart. No murmurs, no abnormal sounds. And listen to her lungs now. Pixie, your lungs sound great. They sound perfect, nice and clear. All right, I'm gonna check your joints. I'm checking all your skin and legs and joints at the same time. Good, Pixie. Reflexes are good, that's great. She seemed very healthy through the physical exam, and she is definitely a good addition to someone's home in the future. So Eric, I think Pixie is great. I think she's healthy. Based on the presentation from the shelter and her skin and her matted coat, I'd like to recommend a fish oil supplement called Well-Actin. It helps support and maintain a healthy coat and skin. You would just do a half a scoop in the food once a day.
Okay, great.
Do you have any questions?
So she's good to train?
Yep, she is.
Great. All right, thanks so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Talk to your veterinarian before providing any health supplements to your pet. Back at the ranch, Eric treats Pixie to a warm bath to soothe her lingering skin irritation.
I feel better.
Then outfits her with a collar and a bronze medal, which signifies the start of her training.
There we go.
Next, it's off to the yard to begin the acclimation process. Eric starts off by introducing Pixie to a single dog. When all goes well, he brings in Rashi,
Hey, Pixie.
followed by a few more pint-sized playmates. While Eric gives Pixie a few days to settle in, Rashi uses her social work background to initiate a search for a potential home. It leads her to a tight-knit family that happens to be looking for a little pixie dust to brighten their year.
My name is Dee. I live in Los Angeles, California with my daughter, Taylor, my son, Dijon, and my half-daughter, Chrissy. We are a creative family. I am a writer. Taylor is an artiste. Dijon plays the guitar and he sings, so it's fun.
We do a lot of things together, like cooking, watching movies, music. We love music.
But like so many families, the pandemic has dealt the DeTervilles their own share of illness and loss.
A lot has been going on this year. Just have a new little friend, that would be awesome.
The family is hoping to find a small pup that can adapt to their active lifestyle. But most importantly, they're looking for a rescue dog.
There's been a lot of sadness and just chaos in the world this year. And I don't think a lot of people thought about what our animals are going through. So this is very important to us. And who doesn't like dogs, especially really cute ones?
Pixie could potentially be the ray of sunshine they're looking for. But first, Eric will need to get to know her better. And that starts with an assessment.
All right, Pixie.
Today I'm going to be assessing Pixie's knowledge of the 6 classic cues, which are sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
Sit. All right, that's kind of a sit.
She actually got to sit pretty well.
Let's see if we can go into a down from there.
Maybe? All right, that's something I'll have to work on. Let's go this way.
Though Pixie is inconsistent with the cues, overall, her assessment is promising.
All right, I'll take that.
Now I have a great idea of what I need to work on with Pixie. I'm excited to get started and see how quickly she learns.
Coming up, a beloved family activity threatens to sink Pixie's chance at adoption.
We like any type of water activity, boating, cruises.
That can be a little concerning because not every dog is going to love going into the water.
Over the last few days, Eric has been bonding with his latest protege, an impossibly cute poodle mix named Pixie. Meanwhile, social worker Rashi has made headway on a forever home and is eager to share the news.
Hi, Pixie.
Oh, Pixie, look who it is.
Hi, baby girl. Well, I have some very good news for you, Pixie. We might have a potential family for her.
What?
Yeah, yay.
Pixie, did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's exciting.
The next day, Eric and Rashi speak with Pixie's potential adopters, the DeTervilles family.
Thanks for taking the time to join the call. I wanted you guys to meet my husband, Eric.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Maybe tell us more about your family and activities and hobbies that you enjoy.
We're a creative family. I love writing, anything that has to do with do-it-yourself, designing. I love painting. I'm sewing.
I play guitar and I skate.
We like any type of water activities, boating, cruises, and we do a lot of beaches as well.
That can be a little concerning because not every dog is going to love going into the water. So we want to make sure that Pixie is comfortable on the beach and just make sure that it's not causing any sort of fear. Do you have any other hobbies?
We love cooking together. We do some crazy things in the kitchen. Dijon has skills, Taylor has skills, and we just throw down.
When are we coming over for dinner?
Oh man, I'll get the curry ready, man. I'll get the curry ready.
Go ahead and tell me a little bit more about your current dog.
We have a Maltipoo named Chrissy. She's a mess. She's spoiled.
And can you guys tell me why you think another dog is in your future?
We've been pondering the idea for some time. There's been a lot going on in the past year and, friends lost, family members lost. And so I think this will be a welcome addition for the year.
Well, I'm hoping we can help. I think we have a dog in mind for you. We just rescued her. We still have to assess her temperament, but give us some time to get to know her and we'll keep you guys posted on her progress. While we know the DeTervilles family seems like a great family, we still have a ways to go with Pixie to make sure that she fits well into their family and their circumstances. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Coming up, Pixie learns that one classic cue could be a lifesaver.
Leave it. Leave it is making sure that a dog doesn't go for anything that could be toxic to them.
One week ago, Eric rescued a sweet poodle mix named Pixie. Since then, he has focused on bonding with her, feeding her, and giving her daily supplements. Now it's time to start focusing on the 6 classic cues: sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
With Pixie, it really didn't take much. She was really following the scent of the treat with my hand. So I was able to lure her very easily.
Let's see if we can do a sit.
And we were able to work through the come, the sit, the stay. Yes. Now it's just consistency. So we're gonna work on this on a daily basis with her and then build upon that.
Yes. Such a good job, yeah.
As days go by, Eric begins incorporating more cues, like loose leash walking.
Loose leash walking is actually really important for any dog. We always want a dog to walk with a little slack in the lead. The reason being, you don't want something tightening too much around their body or their neck. So with Pixie, she's doing really well. She's actually starting to realize that every time she's in that sweet spot of walking right next to me, that she's getting rewarded. Yes.
While Eric makes progress with Pixie's training, Rashi swings by the DeTervilles home to make sure it's a good place for a dog.
Hi, Rashi.
Hi, Dee. How are you?
In.
After a thorough tour, Rashi is confident that Pixie will be happy here.
This is a great yard.
Coming up, it's the final phase of Pixie's training, and Eric reaches into his bag of tricks for one last surprise.
We're good.
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. 2-year-old Pixie is making a magical transformation. Over the last few weeks, she's mastered all 6 classic cues.
All right, Pixie, you ready? You got your silver medal. Good job. So proud of you.
Now, Eric begins the process of preparing Pixie for the DeTervilles' unique lifestyle. First, because the family's favorite pastime is cooking, Eric starts by focusing on the kitchen. While Pixie has a basic understanding of the leave it cue,
Leave it.
the family's very tempting hobby requires an advanced course.
Leave it is making sure that a dog doesn't go for anything that's dropped onto the ground, like medication or food that could be toxic to them.
To train this, Eric starts with a fistful of treats.
Pixie is coming up to my fist and sniffing. Yes. As soon as she looks away or loses interest in my fistful of treats, I'm gonna say yes, yes, and then reward with a treat from my other hand. Leave it.
From there, Eric incorporates the verbal cue.
Yes. Leave it. Yes. Once we've consistently captured that behavior, yes, I can then start to work on putting treats on the ground. Leave it. Yes. Then I start to sweeten the pot. Leave it. Yes.
Eventually,
leave it.
No matter how many treats Eric uses to tempt her, Pixie has no desire to go after them.
Yes.
Next, because the DeTervilles family enjoys water activities, Eric acclimates Pixie to the beach and to boats.
She jumped right on like she was the captain. She just sat in my lap enjoyed the breeze and seemed like she was at home.
But Eric still has one last trick up his sleeve.
When I was giving Pixie her silver medal, I noticed that her paw was coming up and touching the medal. So I was thinking, while she was doing that, it might be easy to teach her a high five.
Because the DeTervilles family has experienced quite a bit of loss over the last year, Pixie's ability to do tricks could bring them some much-needed joy.
Knowing that a dog might not be comfortable with the high five just yet, I figured maybe teaching her a low five might be a little easier for her. So that's what we started with. Yes. All I'm doing is taking a treat in my hand, and her natural reaction was to come up and touch my hand to get that treat out. And as soon as she did that, I would say yes, and then reward with a treat. And eventually I was able to open my hand and she would touch my hand. Yes. Whether it was low or high. High five. Yes.
From there, Eric decides to introduce a more challenging trick. One with a twist.
I've noticed that she likes to spend a lot of time on her hind legs. So I just basically took a treat, looped around her head. She stood up, kind of spun around. And as soon as she sat down, I would say yes, give her a reward.
You're good. Good job.
With a little effort, Pixie turns her natural instinct into a charming parlor trick.
You got this. I think the family's gonna love this.
Yes.
I think that she looks like a little ballerina, and who doesn't love a little ballerina dog?
Coming up, Pixie gets her big break, but will creative differences derail her adoption? Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Not long ago, 2-year-old Pixie was found alone in the wilderness, covered in fleas and foxtails. But with some hard work and a little magic, she shed her past and discovered her own special talents along the way.
We're about to take her home. Want to say goodbye?
Oh, my Pixie. The family's gonna love you and all your tricks.
All right, Pixie, let's go.
Now, a loving family eagerly waits in the wings, ready to offer her a forever home.
Hi, Dee.
Hi.
Can we come in?
Hi, Pixie. I didn't even realize Pixie was gonna be at the door. It was complete shock. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. Oh, lucky dog. Pixie.
Hey, guys.
I wasn't expecting to see Pixie, so I was like, oh, she was so cute.
Do you guys want to give her a treat?
So awesome. Oh, yeah, sure.
All right, we got one for you, and then one for you. She's like, I'll take that.
She's so sweet, so friendly. I just wanted to give her a big hug.
Then, once the stage is set, Pixie makes her grand debut.
So I'm gonna show you a little something that we worked on with her. We taught her a twirl.
Oh.
Yes.
That was so cute. It looked like she was doing a little dance.
And then we taught her low five. Yes. Maybe give a high five. Yes. Good job, Pixie.
Oh, he taught her some really cool stuff. The high five and the twirl. It was awesome, man. I'm excited.
But one member of the family is still notably absent.
You have another dog, Chrissy.
Yes.
Where is she right now?
She's out back.
And I'd like to actually have them meet in a neutral environment. So let's get Chrissy's leash on and I'll meet you guys out front.
I don't know how Chrissy will take it. I don't know what to expect. My heart is literally pounding.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start walking this way. Chrissy at first was just very curious. And as soon as she sniffed Pixie, she got a reward. This is what we want. Anytime they see one another, if they're getting treated, they'll start to value being next to each other.
Before long, Pixie and her new sister fall into perfect sync. That means there's only one thing left to do.
Pixie, are you ready for your gold medal? All right.
It was really good to see Pixie get her gold tag. I was really proud of her. I was like, yes, that's my Pixie.
Well, guys, thanks for taking care of her. You good, okay? All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
While working with Pixie at the ranch, it was a pretty incredible experience. A day didn't go by where she didn't surprise me with what she was capable of. And now she's in her forever home, and I couldn't be happier for her.
Now she has a new family, and we're gonna take care of her.
And like all fairy tale endings, this one ends with 3 magical words.
Happily ever after.
From hopeless to a home. That's our mission. one dog at a time.
Today on Lucky Dog, a shy spaniel mix could be the best friend that two energetic boys are looking for. In order for it to be the right match, Otis will not only have to learn how to trust humans,
He's a very shy and timid dog.
but he'll also have to be willing to venture outside of his comfort zone.
It's something of a concern to me because not every dog is going to enjoy that type of water sport.
There we go, Otis. Good boy.
I'm Eric Weesey, and this is my wife, Rashi. And we've dedicated our lives to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. Our mission is to make sure that these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved, and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Let's do that again. Okay. Yes.
Today, Eric is working on loose leash walking with the newest member of their family, Enzo, a 1-year-old Malinois.
Yes.
While you're walking your dog, you want to consistently have a loose leash. When there's tension on that lead and they start to pull you down the street or sidewalk, you're actually teaching your dog to pull, and that can get either tiresome or dangerous. Down. Especially if the dog is much larger.
Good job, Enzo. Oh, good boy.
You asking for a belly rub? Is that what you want?
The session ends just in time as Rashi receives a text message from the shelter about a dog named Otis that's in need of help.
He's 15 pounds, 2 years old. They did say he has some fleas, and they had to remove some foxtails.
Okay.
And he's very, very shy.
Given his circumstances with the foxtails and the fleas, I don't want him to sit in that shelter very long. I want to make sure that we're able to care for him so we can get him into that forever home that he deserves.
Eric heads out right away to rescue Otis from the shelter.
Hey, Otis.
Otis is a little timid at first.
Can I come in?
So Eric takes his time introducing himself.
Nice and easy, Otis. All right.
Otis quickly warms to Eric.
There we go.
And soon, they are on their way.
You ready? All right, let's get out of here. Let's go get you home.
Otis savors his first steps of freedom and then enjoys the car ride to the veterinarian's office.
Good morning, Eric.
Hey, good morning, Dr. Todd. This is Otis.
Eric brought Otis in, and Otis had some skin issues, and he's a very nervous dog.
When I picked him up, the shelter mentioned that he had a lot of fleas. I was feeling around on his back. He definitely has some scabs.
Okay.
So I'll have you check that out and see what's going on.
Let me just take a look at you.
Good job,
And
Otis.
take a look at your skin. He did have some scabs and crusts on his skin, likely from a flea allergy dermatitis, because his skin barrier was broken by the ectoparasites that were on him. And just check your legs. I'm gonna check your joints. Just gonna make sure you're all put together perfectly. Seems good. Is he licking?
He's been licking a little bit, but not too much.
Okay. I'm gonna turn you and I see your front side there, mister. And you're being so good. Ears look good.
Good job, Otis.
What a good little patient. Let me check your teeth. Definitely a little tartar. The gums look healthy. You
Okay.
can use a teeth cleaning at some point. I'm gonna take a closer look at your eyes.
There we go.
Great, Otis, thank you. I'm gonna check this side. His eyes are very clear and the pupils are working great. So,
Sure.
you know, he's definitely got good visual acuity.
Great.
I'd like to listen to his heart and lungs now.
Okay.
Just to make sure his vitals are all good. I don't hear any abnormal sounds in the heart. I'm gonna check his lungs now. Can you take a deep breath for us, Otis? I'm listening for any harshness or wheezing or crackles, anything abnormal at all.
Okay.
I don't hear anything like that. So you're doing great, Otis.
Okay.
All right, let me just palpate your abdomen and just make sure everything feels good there. Maybe push on their belly. You don't want to have them feel any pain. Or,
Sure.
Should be nice and soft. So, I mean, overall, he seems healthy. I think what might be a good thing for him is a supplement called Dermaquin.
Okay.
It helps maintain a healthy skin barrier, and it can help support overall skin health. You would give one once a day for a 2 to 4 week period, and then for maintenance, you would give one every other day.
Got it. Okay.
Overall, his health is good. I think he's a great candidate for training.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Todd.
Okay.
Talk to your veterinarian before providing any health supplements to your pet.
All right. Bye, Dr. Todd.
Bye, Eric. Bye, Otis.
Back at the ranch, Otis receives a nice warm bath to give him a fresh start.
I got a little surprise for you. You want to see what it is? Let's go.
Otis also receives a bronze training medal, which makes him an official lucky dog in training.
There we go. Ready to get to work? All right, let's go.
To help Otis become acclimated to his new environment, Eric first introduces Otis to the empty training yard.
Welcome to your new place.
Once Otis seems comfortable, Eric brings in another dog with a similar temperament. Then, another human, Rashi. Seeing that everyone is happy, Eric brings in another dog to see how Otis handles a larger group. Throughout the process, Eric notices that Otis is timid and will need a family that wants to spend the extra time to bond with him. So while Eric and Otis continue their own bonding process, Rashi uses her social work background to initiate a search for a potential home, which leads her to the family of Alicia Gentry Ryer.
I live here with my husband, Greg, and our two sons, Cole and Tucker, and also Charlie Rocket, my amazing, adorable, cuddly Chihuahua. Cole, who just turned 13, is high-functioning autistic. He is funny and smart and creative. Tucker is about to turn 10. He's got some ADHD. He's got a lot of energy, and he loves dogs.
The family is very active.
We like to camp. We like to go to the beach.
I'd love to bring the new dog with us to go kayaking.
They're hoping for a best friend for the kids and for Charlie Rocket.
Somebody who will bond the children and that Charlie would like to play with.
Before Eric can determine if the family is a good match for Otis, he will need to assess the dog's knowledge of the 6 classic cues, which are sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking. But because Otis is shy and timid, Eric will forego that assessment for now and focus instead on bonding.
I knew right off the bat that we weren't gonna be able to assess his knowledge of the classic cues. That's something that's gonna have to come in time with trust being built between him and I.
Did a good job today. Good job.
Coming up, Eric meets with a potential family and learns what they're hoping to do with their new dog.
It's something of a concern to me because not every dog is going to enjoy that type of water sport.
Eric recently rescued 2-year-old Otis from the shelter and noticed right away that the spaniel mix is a shy dog. To help him feel safe and adapt to his new surroundings, Eric has spent several days simply bonding with Otis. Meanwhile, Rashi has been working on finding the dog a new family.
With Rashi's background in social work, it makes it so much easier to find these families for the dogs that we take into the ranch.
Well, I have some good news. We have a potential family for Otis, and I'm excited for you to meet them, so I set up a video call tomorrow.
The next day,
hey guys!
Eric and Rashi sit down to video chat with the family.
We just wanted to start off with just telling us a little bit about your family.
There's 4 of us. We have 2 sons. Our older son is highly functioning autistic. Our younger son is ADHD. So they're special needs boys, highly functioning, great kids. We have a rescue Chihuahua, Charlie Rocket, and she's great. She would love to have a friend.
One of the reasons the family wants another dog is that they recently lost their bulldog. So I know their hearts are pretty heavy right now.
The dog was only 3 years old, and it was a loss. It was a huge loss.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping we can help fill that void.
As are we.
What type of activities you guys like to do as a family?
We go to the beach quite a bit. We camp, we go kayaking when we can.
The family mentions wanting to involve their new dog in these activities.
It's something of a concern to me because not every dog is going to enjoy that type of water sport. And then what about your environment?
We are in Santa Clarita with a very large backyard. You know, it's all fenced in, so it's contained.
Got it. Where would you want your new dog to sleep?
In the bedroom with the children. They have loft beds. The loft beds are set up with a desk underneath. So there's space under the loft bed. So we would love it to live in the boys' room.
Okay, that's definitely something we can work on. Go ahead and bring the kids in, guys.
This is Tucker.
Hey, Tucker.
And this is Cole.
Hey.
Hi, Cole.
How you doing?
I'm good.
What do you guys want to do with the dog?
Well, I wanted to lay down with me on the couch while I'm watching TV or something like that.
Okay.
I just want the dog to be the dog.
That's actually a great answer. All right, we're excited to find you guys a little furry friend.
We are excited.
Cool.
Yay.
I think I have a dog in mind. We just rescued one. We're not quite sure of his temperament just yet, but we're still assessing it. So once we get to know this dog a little bit better, I think we'll be able to update you. In the meantime, I know Rashi's gonna come over to your home and just assess the space to make sure it's a safe space for a dog to come into.
Awesome.
It was great meeting the kids, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We were thrilled to hear that Eric and Rashi may have found the perfect dog for us. It filled us full of excitement and hope.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Coming up,
All right, Otis, let's see what you know.
Otis begins his formal training.
Yes, that was good.
If you are 18 or older looking to adopt a dog in the LA area and want to be on the show, write to us at cbsluckydog@gmail.com. Tell us why, and you might be selected. When 2-year-old Otis first came to the ranch, his shyness stood in the way of a proper knowledge assessment.
Good boy.
So Eric has focused on trust-building exercises instead, giving Otis his daily supplements along the way.
Oh, good boy.
Soon, Otis has bonded with Eric and settled into his new environment. So Eric decides that it's time to assess Otis's knowledge of the 6 classic cues: sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
All right, Otis, let's see what you know.
The first cue that I always start with is coming when called. I want to make sure that a dog can actually target my fingertips.
Yes, that was good. Let's see if we can get a sit in. All right, I'll take that.
I actually didn't even have to lure him into that sit. He just kind of defaulted into that sit.
Do it down. That's something we may work on. Let's see if we have any impulse control. That's not bad.
And then I started to work on how his stay was.
A little skittish. All right, we'll work on that.
The last thing Eric tests is how well Otis walks beside him.
Yes.
And the reason why I don't have him on leash just yet is I still want to get him comfortable in the environment before we start to work on that loose leash walking. He's already displaying the certain things that I want him to do.
Good job.
So I'm very comfortable moving on to the next steps.
All right, Otis.
Eric transitions to training Otis on his first cues: come and sit.
With Otis, I'm actually seeing a great response. He's consistently coming towards my fingertips. He's touching my fingertips with his nose. I'm saying yes and then rewarding him with a treat.
Otis, come.
Eric is happy with Otis's progress. So Rashi tours the potential family's home to confirm it's a safe place for a dog.
Come on in.
Thank you. When I walked through the house, everything seemed great. She actually took me out to their backyard, had a stunning view, and I can imagine Otis running around enjoying the sunshine and actually having enough space to play with another dog.
Back at the ranch, Eric continues working with Otis on the 6 classic cues.
We stay?
Otis puts in the hard work and soon masters all of them. To commemorate his achievement, Eric gives Otis his silver training medal. Up next, Otis takes off for uncharted territory when Lucky Dog returns. Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Otis has made great strides in his training. He's mastered the 6 classic cues, and he's ready to move on to training for his potential family. Since the family has 2 kids, Eric tests Otis around children.
Back to your bed? Yes.
Because the family wants their dog to sleep in the boys' rooms under their loft beds,
Ready your bed?
Eric acclimates Otis to a dog bed.
Ready your bed? Yes.
Next, Eric incorporates the bed into other family favorite activities. First, camping.
Let's go, bed. Your bed? Yes. Good job, Otis. Good boy.
Then, kayaking.
After speaking with Greg and Elisa, they mentioned to me that they enjoy kayaking, so I thought it'd be great to get Otis acclimated to a kayak. So what I wanted to do is treat him as he saw the kayak. Then I wanted to see if he would voluntarily jump into the kayak. And as soon as he jumped in the kayak, he got the treat. Another thing was just getting used to the paddles. So I was creating the motion like I was paddling through water.
The professional kayaker.
I just want to make sure that he's not fearful of that motion, and he seemed okay with it. So I actually feel pretty comfortable moving forward with getting him in a small body of water in that kayak. So I got Rashi to help with this, and we were able to place him in the kayak in his dog bed, and I was able to actually paddle through the pool. He was pretty comfortable. I think we're ready for him to go onto the open water.
Eric and Otis head to the marina.
It was actually really cool to see him sail out there and wasn't really nervous at all with the paddling. I was pleasantly surprised that he took to it so well, and he was able to actually lie down and he was looking around at his surroundings.
Otis has found a new level of confidence, and he's ready to set sail for his new home. Coming up, Otis takes his first steps toward his future.
Otis is here!
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. 2-year-old Otis has come a long way during his time at the ranch. He was uncertain at first, but his comfort level grew as he bonded with Eric and mastered training. Now, he's ready to join his new forever family, which means it's time for Rashi to say goodbye.
You're a good boy.
All right, it's about time to go.
Eric and Otis drive to Santa Clarita and surprise the family in the backyard.
Otis is here! Otis! Oh, Eric!
Once the kids saw Otis, they got really excited.
Look who it is.
Otis actually surprised me. He had a little bit of a tail wag and he went straight up to greet them. So it was nice to see him come out of his shell a little bit.
When I saw Otis for the first time, I was happy and excited.
You have no idea how long Tucker has waited for this dog. He was so excited, he could hardly contain himself.
It was like relief as well as just this joy of a new personality coming into our world.
You want to give him a treat?
Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Otis. There you go.
What I like most about Otis is that he's a calm dog and he doesn't like to jump around.
As it becomes clear that Otis is hitting it off with his new family, Eric decides it's time to meet their other dog, Charlie Rocket.
I want to make sure that we do this meet and greet on neutral ground, so I took them out to the front. I asked them to get Charlie Rocket on leash.
Hey, Charlie.
He seems very eager.
Yeah.
They brought Charlie Rocket out on leash. We were able to treat Otis as this was happening. Charlie got to investigate Otis.
Good job, Otis. Good boy.
And they seemed great. We got nice little gentle tail wags. Both bodies were lucid, they weren't rigid. And so we went on a walk around the neighborhood just to kind of acclimate them to each other.
Over the next few hours, the dogs walk together, visit a local park, and play in the family's backyard.
We were very concerned about that first meeting with Otis, and we were very pleasantly surprised that they got along like two peas in a pod.
Good boy!
Yay! Good job, Otis!
It was really sweet to see Otis and Charlie together.
Next, Eric demonstrates training techniques for the boys.
Otis! It was really exciting for me to teach the boys how to work with him. And Tucker was awesome.
And put down 2 fingers down on the ground. And yes! And go to give him the treat still.
He was able to use the hand signal, and he was using the marking word at the proper time. So I think we have a trainer on our hands.
Next, Eric shows off one of Otis's special skills.
When you guys go to bed, he can go to his bed too. You say,
Wow.
Otis, go to your bed. Yes.
Wow.
Good job.
What I appreciated about Eric was how easily Tucker was able to take instruction from him.
Go to your bed.
He got Tucker to direct Otis to his mark, which was his bed, and Otis went on the first try.
Then he shares a video of Otis kayaking.
What we did is we trained him to target his bed on a kayak.
Oh, on a kayak.
Look at him.
He looks so cute.
Otis looked so comfortable on that kayak. It was heartwarming and it was adorable. It looked like what our future will look like.
Otis seems to fit right in with his new family, which means there's just one thing left to do.
All right, guys. Last but not least, Otis gets his gold medal.
Congratulations, Otis.
You got your gold medal, buddy. Be good, okay?
We're gonna take really good care of him.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
All right.
Thanks, Eric.
All right. Welcome home.
Over the time that Otis has been with us, we got to see him come out of his shell with us. And so it was really cool to see him start that process all over again with his new family.
A couple years ago, we lost a dog and a cat, and we've been waiting to add someone else to the family ever since. And so I'm very grateful.
It's a sweet, sweet dog, you know. It warms your heart.
From hopeless to a home. That's our mission. One dog at a time.
Today on Lucky Dog, a Pomeranian Spaniel mix is found on the streets as a stray.
His name is King, and the staff did identify him as an anxious, nervous dog.
He might be the perfect fishing buddy for a man with a rare condition that almost left him paralyzed.
My arm started going numb. Everything from there was downhill.
But before Eric can reel in this adoption, he'll have to teach King to follow his lead.
I'm gonna change my pace a lot with King and reward him when he follows me.
Let's go.
I'm Eric Weesey, and this is my wife, Rashi. And we've dedicated our lives to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. Our mission is to make sure that these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved, and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
Presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Yes.
Today, Eric and Rashi are working with their Belgian Malinois, Enzo, on the classic cue stay.
Working on his stay as Rashi walks by. She's a very big distraction for him because I think she's his favorite person in the whole entire world. And so he wants to just go jump on her and give her all the love that he can possibly give. And I'm just treating him as Rashi walks by.
Good job, Enzo. Yes.
Enzo is ready for a break just in time as Rashi receives an urgent message from the shelter.
Hey, I'm getting a text.
Okay.
They have a dog that came in as a stray. It's a Pomeranian Spaniel mix.
Oh, okay.
He's 3 years old, 15 pounds. His name is King. Super cute. This is his picture.
Oh.
The staff did identify him as an anxious, nervous dog.
Okay.
So no one's really adopting him, so the shelter's wanting to know if we can get him out as soon as possible. So I'm happy to go and get this dog out of the shelter just so we can slowly start to work with him and see if we can help getting him the proper home.
Eric heads to the shelter, and it doesn't take long for him to spot King.
Hey, King. How are you? Can I come in?
3-year-old King is happy to greet Eric with a tail wag.
How are you doing? What do you think? You want to get out of here? It looks like you're ready. Can I put this leash on?
King is all smiles as he says goodbye to life in the shelter.
You are ready to go. All right, let's go.
In order to make sure that there are no underlying health conditions that are causing King to be anxious, Eric starts off with a trip to the veterinarian's office.
Hey, Eric, welcome back.
Hey.
This must be King.
This is King. Which room are we headed into today?
We're going into room 1. Dr. Evelyn will be right in.
Great, thank you.
Today, Eric is bringing King a Pomeranian Spaniel mix that he just got from the shelter. Hi, Eric. This must be King.
Hi, Dr. Evelyn. Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
I just picked him up at the shelter, and they did mention that he was anxious and nervous, so yeah, just a little timid.
Yeah, I can tell. He's a little bit shy. His little ears are back, so he's a little nervous. Hi, sweetheart. I'll take a look at him and make sure he's healthy and give you my recommendations.
Great.
Ears look nice and clean. No signs of an infection. Eyes look nice and clear. A little bit of tearing. We see that normally with doggies of his breed. See his little teeth. He does have a little bit of tartar buildup.
Yeah.
So potentially pursuing a dental cleaning in the future would be appropriate for him. His coat looks nice and healthy. All his lymph nodes feel normal.
Good.
Joints feel nice and healthy. Last thing we'll do is listen to his heart to make sure there's no abnormal rhythms, no heart murmurs. All in all, King seemed like a healthy dog, but during my examination, I did notice King seemed a little bit anxious, had some body language that I could read as anxiety. Because King has been living in a stressful situation at the shelter, and now he'll be in an unknown environment, I believe that he will benefit from the behavioral support supplement. I'd like to recommend Soliquin because it can help support balanced behavior and relaxation. For a doggy of his size, he would get 1 chew per day.
Okay, great.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, so is he good to train?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Dr. Evelyn.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Talk to your veterinarian before providing any health supplements to your pet. Back at the ranch, King is treated to a nice, warm bath.
All right, I have something for you.
Once he's dried off, King receives his bronze medal, which he'll wear throughout his basic training.
There we go. Yeah.
I'm going to be introducing King to the ranch today.
There we go.
Eric first introduces King to the empty training yard.
Come here. You're spunky.
He seemed pretty friendly with me. I want to see how he now does with another dog. When I brought another dog into the yard, King seemed a little stiff, and I want to make sure that he doesn't get overwhelmed with other dogs. So I was able to bring Rashi into the yard, and he seems to really like humans.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Eric holds off on introducing King to the other ranch residents until he's ready.
That may take a few days to maybe a few weeks. It really just depends on his comfort level and how quickly he acclimates to our environment.
In the meantime, Eric spends a lot of time playing and bonding with King. While they play, Rashi uses her background in social work to look for a home for King. And a man in Southern California stands out as a potential match.
My name is Stan. I live in San Bernardino. I do construction. Been doing it for about a good 8 years now. I got 2 kids. Got my son, his name is Carter, and I got my daughter, her name is Taylor. Both of them is the loves of my life.
In 2013, Stan was diagnosed with a neurological disorder.
I got a condition that's very rare. It's called transverse myelitis. It's when you got inflammation in your spine. My hands are just numb sometimes. I might have a little limp. I deal with it with a smile on my face because I know it could be worse.
Not long after his diagnosis, Stan and his wife got a divorce.
It's been a hard adjustment sometimes. It does get lonely. But me and my ex-wife, we friends.
Stan previously had a dog named Bentley.
Bentley was definitely my dude. You're talking about a cool dog that would just lay there and chill, no drama, no barking.
Stan misses him and thinks a new dog will help fill the void.
I felt like it was time to have a new companion in my house. Somebody I could play with. Just put that smile and that life back into my house that's been missing.
Before Eric can determine if Stan is a good match for King, he'll have to do an assessment.
Today, we're going to be assessing King's knowledge of the 6 classic cues, which are sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
Let's see if we can lure you into a sit. Yes. What about a down?
He definitely needs a lot of work on down.
What about impulse control? Most dogs fail that. It's okay. What about coming when called? Here. Yes.
He actually did really well on leash.
Leash walking's not so bad.
His stay was okay.
Yes. All right, you have some patience. That's good. We'll just have to perfect some stuff, okay? All right, let's go.
Coming up,
there's been a seesaw up and down.
Eric and Rashi learn more about the uphill battle that Stan has faced.
I had to learn how to walk again.
When Lucky Dog King, a 3-year-old Pomeranian Spaniel mix, was recently rescued from the shelter. Since he displayed anxiety, Eric has spent a lot of time bonding with him to earn his trust. And Rashi has been working hard to find a good home for him.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
It's a beautiful day to be hanging out with King. I just spoke to somebody that I think is going to be a really great fit for King.
Oh, cool.
His name is Stan. He says he loves to spend his time going hiking and fishing. I set up a call tomorrow.
Oh, that's great that this guy might have a potential home.
The next day, Eric and Rashi sit down to video chat with Stan.
Hey, Stan.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
Tell us what you do for a living.
Construction. COVID slowed it down a little bit. But, you know, every now and then we mask up and put our hard hat on and have a job to take care of.
So, Stan, can you tell me a little bit more about your life?
Well, basically, it's dealing with my transverse myelitis. I got a condition that's very rare. It's called transverse myelitis. It's when you got inflammation in your spine. It's been a seesaw up and down. Before that, I was perfectly fine. When I first got it, my arm started going numb, but it was only my right arm. Next minute, you know, I went to sleep and I felt like it was a crook in my neck. I couldn't lift my neck up. Everything from there was downhill. It makes your hands numb. Every day it feels like you got gloves on your hands. I had to learn how to walk again. I was lucky because it's in my neck, but if it would have went down any lower, I wouldn't be walking right now.
Do you have any difficulty walking that we need to kind of take note of?
I walk with a limp, but it's a little limp. Everything else is fine with me.
I just want to make sure that a dog isn't going to put him more off balance, especially while walking on leash. And have you had a dog before?
I had a dog named Bentley. Bentley was basically a cuddle dog. When I got sick in the beginning, I couldn't really move around that much. So my days would just be laying on the couch watching him. It was never a dull or lonely day with him.
It sounds like you miss Bentley a lot.
Most definitely.
Can you tell us more about your home?
As far as my apartment goes, it's a lot of room. I got a game room, a room that I keep my drums in. I got my living room. So it'll give the dog enough room to play around.
Sounds great. I would love if you could send us some pictures.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what you like to do in your free time?
Play golf, play pool. And I do music here and there. You know, I make beats on my downtime. Go hiking and fishing.
And that's something you'd like your potential dog to join?
Yeah, most definitely. Having a companion to walk with, it makes the walk better.
What type of dog are you looking for?
A Pomeranian, but just a little bit bigger, with a lot of hair. Enough hair where I could take my dog to the hairdresser.
Awesome, that's great. Stan has had a pretty rough go the past couple of years, to say the least. So I want to make sure that we get him the companion that he's looking for. Rashi and I just rescued a dog. We're still assessing him, but he may be a good fit. Can I keep you posted on the progress?
Oh yeah, that would be great. It made me feel so great when I found out Eric had a dog that might fit me and my personality.
Well, Stan, it was a pleasure. We're gonna keep you posted, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, Stan.
Bye.
See you later.
Coming up next, King's training gets off to a slow start.
Almost.
He did not want to necessarily go down.
Let's try a different one.
If you are 18 or older looking to adopt a dog in the LA area and want to be on the show, write to us at cbsluckydog@gmail.com. Tell us why, and you might be selected. Eric has spent the past several days simply bonding with King.
Is that a dinosaur?
And the Pomeranian Spaniel mix has started to gain confidence and come out of his shell.
Oh, God.
Eric has also been giving the dog his behavioral support supplements along the way.
Oh, good boy. Are you ready? Let's go.
Once Eric feels that King is ready to train, he begins work on the 6 classic cues: sit, stay, down, come, leave it, and loose leash walking.
Today I'm working on down.
Almost.
Basically taking a treat to his nose, luring down his chest, and then as soon as I get to the ground, I lure out. He did not want to necessarily go down with that lure, so I had to use other techniques to get him to understand what it was I wanted him to do. And so I got an elevated bed, something that was tall enough for him to crawl under without causing discomfort. And I basically just took my hand and I tossed treats underneath the bed, and he got down on the ground and crawled to get the treat.
Yes.
As soon as he got his belly and chest on the ground, all I had to do was say, yes, that's what I wanted you to do.
Yes.
And then reward him with the treat. It's all voluntary for them. If he's not willing to go underneath to crawl to get that treat, I may not use that tool to train him. Once he mastered that, I was able just to put my arm at that height of the Kuranda bed, and I lured that treat underneath my arm.
Yes.
Once King consistently goes down, Eric begins using the verbal down cue.
Can we go down? Yes.
I'm building a good foundation with his down cue, and over the next few weeks, I'm really excited to see his progress.
Good job. Okay, King, let's go. That's it, let's go.
During a training break, Eric and Rashi review pictures of Stan's apartment.
That's a good space for him. Ooh, you get to play pool.
Eric thinks it's a great place where King can be king of the castle.
All right, King, we found a place. Yeah, we found a place.
With his future home approved, Eric continues training, and over the course of a few weeks,
Sit. Down.
King masters all 6 classic cues.
Yes.
To commemorate his achievement, King is awarded a silver medal.
There we go. Good job. So proud of you. Yeah.
Coming up, Eric lures King into a new activity.
Today we're gonna be fishing with King. I wanna make sure that he's comfortable with it.
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements.
Okay, King.
3-year-old King has reigned over his basic training and earned his silver medal. Now it's time for Eric to focus on training that is specific to the dog's future adopter.
Let's go.
Today I'm working on loose leash walking with King because his potential adopter, Stan, walks with a little bit of a limp. I'm gonna change my pace a lot with King and reward him when he follows me. And he's pretty good at following me. Now I just need to get a little bit more picky with him and have him walk next to me more in a heel position.
All right, let's start to shorten that lead up.
I wanna make sure that he doesn't cross in front or behind Stan and potentially get him off balance.
All right, let's go.
Eric continues to work with King on loose leash walking over the next several days.
If Stan does become off balance and let's say he drops the leash, I want to make sure King doesn't bolt.
Oh.
So all I'm doing is dropping that leash and treating at the same time just to get his focus onto me.
Once Eric thinks King is ready,
yes,
he takes him out on leash in the real world.
He has been amazingly good at walking next to me on lead, making sure there's no tension, and paying attention to my gait.
Good boy.
Next, Eric acclimates King to using pet stairs.
Stan mentioned that he'd love to have his dog come up onto a bed or a couch, and I want to make sure that he's doing it safely.
Let's go.
Eric uses a treat to lure King up the stairs.
Good job, King.
All right, you want to go this way? Then I just do that over again, so I get him to go back up by luring him.
Come on.
Yes. And then as soon as he gets up to his dog bed, I say yes and reward. And then I have him go back down again. And then it's just repetition.
Let's go down. Yes.
Day after day, they repeat the process until King begins using the stairs on his own.
Yes, very good. Good job.
Eric has one final training lesson planned for King.
Stan is going to be fishing a lot with him. So I want to make sure that he's comfortable with it. It's really important when you start to acclimate your dog to that fishing pole, do not cast that until you get your dog to settle next to you. So we're just working on King settling next to Rashi and just making sure that he knows that that's where his place is.
Good.
I'm now actually able to move on to casting that fishing pole, and King's doing great.
Good.
After a couple of hours at the lake, King started to really relax. I decided that this was the time to unveil that gold graduation medal.
Good job, King.
Good boy.
We're so proud of you.
Coming up.
Hey, Stan.
Stan gets to meet his new fishing buddy.
Oh, wow, King. Hey, boy. Look at you, buddy.
Lucky Dog is presented by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. 3-year-old King has undergone a big transformation. He's gone from living life on the streets as a stray to being fully trained and ready for his forever home. Before he can start out his new chapter, he'll have to close out his current one, which means that it's time for Rashi to say goodbye.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Thank you for letting us find you a home.
He's a really special dog. As bittersweet and sad as it is for me to say goodbye to King, I know that he's gonna have a really great life.
This is a huge day for King because he now gets to meet his forever pet parent.
Eric knows that Stan is at his favorite fishing hole today, so he sets out to find him and surprise him with a chance to meet King for the first time.
So I see Stan lakeside fishing, and I think we did a pretty good job surprising him.
Ready? Oh.
Hey, Stan. I got a little fishing partner for you.
Oh, wow, King. Hey. I was out fishing, and all of a sudden, I heard somebody call my name. Look at you, buddy. It was Eric with King. This is such a surprise. I was so excited to see King, I didn't know what to do. How have you been? Hey, boy.
It was really nice to see that reaction and get these guys united for the first time.
What do you think?
Oh, man, I'm so shocked and happy at the same time. His fur was just immaculate. He was like a little walking pillow. He is beautiful, man.
So we actually taught him to sit next to you while you fish.
My new fishing buddy, King. We gonna have fun, man.
We also taught him to walk next to you as well, so he doesn't pull on leash, which is great. Because of that, he got his gold medal.
Oh, look at you. You got a gold medal. King graduated out of doggy school.
Once Eric sees that Stan and King have begun to form a bond, it's time for him to say goodbye.
It's always bittersweet going through this because King has a special place in both Rashi and I's heart. So I'm just really happy that he's going to this home and he's gonna live his life fishing on the lake.
Have fun, okay, big guy? You have a great life.
All right, Stan.
Thanks, man.
All yours, man.
Come here, King.
All right, bye, guys.
Yeah, we gonna have fun, King.
A little over a month ago, King had no potential family. Now he has this awesome place to call home. He lives near a lake where he can go fishing with his human. What a change for him.
What King's gonna do for me is give me my smile back. I'm not gonna be lonely no more. I got somebody to play with, and it's gonna be happy days from now on.
From hopeless to a home. That's our mission. One dog at a time.